We have lots of crazy conversations, but this time, you're invited. You're listening to your favorite mother-daughter duo, the Crozier Girls.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, we had a podcast scheduled and then I was sick. So
And now
that's
I'm
why it's
scared I'm getting sick because my throat's been hurting today.
Oh no.
And that's the first sign.
That is the first sign. It gets a little scratchy, but hopefully you just start taking like some Mucinex or something to just kind of clear it up, and hopefully it won't get worse.
Well, I'm clear. Like, I'm totally clear.
Yeah, but you're not. If your throat's hurting, there's drainage. So
do I need to go get Mucinex? I don't own any of that stuff.
I mean, I think it'd probably be a good idea. I can send you what I took. Although I was sick for like a good solid 3 weeks, so whatever I was taking must not have been helping. So
definitely didn't work.
Anyway, I just saw the craziest story on my news feed. Apparently, there was a flight leaving Houston Airport coming to Atlanta, and a passenger tried to breach the cockpit, so they had to do an emergency landing, turn around, and go back to Houston. And of course, people are showing their cell phone camera videos that they take during this whole scenario.
Of course.
And the funniest part, I shouldn't be laughing because I'm sure it was very scary. But first of all, what is up with this unruly guy at 5:30 in the morning?
Oh, that's insane. I would not be capable of hijacking a plane at 5:30 in the morning.
Well, I'm like, bro, you still be half asleep
at 5:30. Yeah, that's crazy.
Thank you. It's middle of the night at 5:30 a.m.
Yeah,
anyway,
100%.
But my favorite video is it's like it shows these guys, like you couldn't see the perpetrator, but you could tell these guys were like holding someone down. And all these women are getting out of their seats to let the men out because all the men on the plane thought they were needed to help restrain this guy. They were just
yeah, of course.
Taking off.
They probably were like, hey, if the pilot dies, I can fly the plane.
That's right.
Have you heard that controversy online where it's like, if you ask a man if he thinks he could fly a plane, like 9 times out of 10, he's going to say yes. But if you ask a woman, like she's going to say no. Because we know what we're not capable of doing.
Right. But they think they can do everything. So all these men are rushing up the aisle. And you know what? They're thinking, I was made for this.
Yeah. Like, this is my time to shine. I'm going down in history.
This is my Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl right here. Let's go. So
That's
it was
funny.
It's probably not something we should be laughing about, but it's fresh in my brain because I just saw the videos. And I will have to say, if I was on a plane and someone was trying to breach the cockpit, I'd be letting the men out to go and help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what you guys are for.
That's right.
It's 5:30 in the morning. I'm sleeping through this whole thing.
That's right. They're stepping over you. If you're in the aisle,
100%.
They're having to step over you.
They're like, hey, sweetie, you might want to wake up. No. If we're all going to die, might as well be asleep and miss it,
That's right. So true. So anyway, well, that was kind of an aside. That wasn't really on our lineup of things to discuss today.
Man.
But Rebecca, what is on our lineup of things to discuss today?
Well, hello, listeners. You are tuning in today to the Crozier Girls live coverage, except not really live, of the 2026 Winter Olympics. That's basically what today is about to be.
That's right.
If you don't know us, we're obsessed with the Olympics. Our family is. Normally, I am not as into the Winter Olympics as the Summer Olympics, just because, like, I don't know as much about the sports. I don't find them as exciting. I can't see myself in the Olympians, like during the summer, I'm like, man, I could have been there swimming if I hadn't, if I just tried a little harder. But
right.
there are no winter sports that I'm good at. I've never done a winter sport. So anyways, all that to say, but this year there's been some crazy stuff happening and we have to talk about it.
There's been so much crazy stuff happening. The reels flying back and forth between your Instagram and mine are off the chain. It is.
Yeah.
my favorite thing right now is when I get the chance on my day to pull up Instagram and look at the reels you've sent me about the
Yeah.
Olympics, and you probably feel
You
the same
guys
way. It's
Yep, you guys
hilarious.
wish you were in our Instagram
You
DM
wish you were
chat.
in our Instagram because, oh man,
Maybe not, I don't know.
it is something. But we're going to talk about it right now.
Yeah,
So get
yeah,
excited, do some jumping jacks, get your heart pumping because we're about to have the Olympic podcast episode right here.
yep.
So where do we start? I mean, I
Well, I
think
think we have to start with the biggest news story from the Olympics this year, which that's saying a lot because there are a lot of big ones, but I feel like this is the one that kind of broke the internet.
well, I think
Maybe.
you think it is, but there are
Oh,
so many that maybe some people may not agree with. But
that's
I know where you're
well,
going. And
there
let
are
me
a
just
lot that have gone viral. There are a lot that have been
mm-hmm.
controversial for different reasons. Like if you care about
Right.
curling, you care about
Right.
the Canadians who cheated or whatever, or
Right.
the
Right. So
French.
let
I
me
don't
just
know.
preface this by saying I no longer think we need to call this the Winter Olympics. I think we need to call it the Winter Worldwide Reality Show because that is what this has turned
Right.
into.
And that's why I love the Olympics because that's what last summer Olympics turned into. And I was like, I'm so sorry. This is reality TV.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love it. I love it.
Playing out on the world stage. And we all know that one of your favorite things is when all of the internet gets behind
Yes.
something and
Something.
talks about
Even
it.
if it's a scandal or it's
That's right.
controversial,
That's right.
that's my favorite thing. Okay.
So there's been a lot. So the very first thing that I picked up on with the Olympics was just the whole Lindsey Vonn situation. And now I
true.
feel like
Good
that was
point.
so long ago.
Yeah, that was so
Like,
last week, Mom. Like,
that was
no
so
one's
last
talking
week.
about it anymore, which is crazy because it was
No
an
one is
insane
talking
thing.
about it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have kind of strong opinions on her and whatever she decided to go out there and ski on this, you know, torn knee or whatever. And so I have
Yeah.
kind of strong opinions. I
Well,
personally thought that it was a bit selfish of her to do that when she was already had a weak knee and was injured because my biggest point in saying all that is this is about the team. This is not about the individual when it comes to the Olympics. And she was not putting
true.
team ahead of, there's no I in team. And Lindsey Vonn was looking out for I. So anyway,
Well,
that's my
I would
thought on
argue,
that.
are you saying like the Olympics in general is about like your USA team or
Yeah.
like,
I mean, we are
okay.
trying to win
True.
the most medals. Like they put up the
Yeah.
medal count. And so
Yeah.
like
But at the same time,
if you're not at your best and also she's older, it's not like this is her first rodeo of trying to get a medal. She's got medals. And so step aside and
yeah.
let someone who is competing at their highest and their best to you know, let them have the shot to win the medal for the US of A. But anyway, I know that's a controversial opinion.
I agree with that to an extent, but I also think the Olympics is also very highly individual. This is like in a lot of sports, this is the only time a lot of people are watching these individual sports play out. No one is watching swimming except at the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like team sports, we watch basketball all the time, you know, all that stuff. Like when it comes to the Olympics, I don't care as much about that because we see them. So I feel like it is also very highly individual. How many medals can you get? Like the Olympians get to keep their medals. Like Lindsey Vonn has those medals.
Absolutely. But
you know, I don't know.
My guess is you ask any Olympian and they're going to tell you that they're there to represent the United States of America and to win medals for the United States of America.
Of course they're going to say that. And that's part of it. But also,
anyway.
I mean, it's also for themselves. Mom. They're not all that humble.
This is exactly what we're talking about. I mean, people are getting very heated over some of these things.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
well,
number two,
I was going to weigh into Lindsey Vonn. You didn't let me weigh into Lindsey Vonn.
I thought you did. Okay, go ahead.
No. Okay, well, I was just going to say at first, I was all for it. I was like, yes, she's like the oldest female to do whatever this event. Like, okay, yes. And then she got hurt and my opinion completely changed. So basically, I'm easily swayed by circumstances and stuff.
Right.
Because now I'm like, oh, well, that was so dumb. She shouldn't have done it. But in the beginning, I was all like, yeah, go listen.
Right. And that bothers me even more because it's like, you know, pick a side, people have an opinion. I had my opinion before she ever skated or skied. She's a skier. Before she ever went down that gigantic hill and, you know, and listen, I feel terrible for her. Nobody wants anyone getting hurt. So that's not what this is about. But anyway, I just, from the very beginning, when I heard about the torn ACL, I did not think she should be skiing. And I don't, even if she'd made it and won the medal, I don't think my opinion would have changed. I really don't, because I'm a pretty principled person. And when I get behind something, an opinion one way or the other, it's pretty hard to change my mind, which may not be the best
Sometimes I'm
thing.
like that, but when it comes to like viral trends and reality TV, I'm like, okay, but no, that's so true. Like, I agree with that, you know? So sometimes
I do. It's easy to be swayed by the internet. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up was our sweet, sweet figure skating, ice dancing couple, Chalk and Bates. And I just want to say that they got ripped off by the French. And I know France is beautiful, but this French judge who has a history of not doing fair judging for these events should A, not even be judging, and B, why do we have judges that aren't I feel like they should be recusing themselves when their own country's skaters are skating. Like, they shouldn't be able to judge that one. Anyway,
well,
I'm still real sour about it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing with that is, like, I feel like it's so hard because, sure, they can recuse themselves when it's their own country, but the judges judging are all going to still be biased because then they're going to be like, there's always going to be bias because every person comes from a country. So unless your country just isn't in that event.
Right. But
then,
what
like,
I'm saying is you only recuse yourself if you're a French judge. When the French are skating, you're not judging them. You're judging everyone else.
That's fine, but you can judge everyone else poorly because you hate their country. You know what I mean? Because it's not your country. So there's always bias.
But they're not going to do that.
But I agree with that.
And there's like going back years of data that this one particular judge has made some really bad judging decisions. And so, and like all the figure skaters were just saying, Chalk and Bates' skate was way better than the French. And there's no reason the French. So anyway, we got ripped off by the French. You know, whatever. They helped us win the Revolutionary War. So I guess they felt like we owed them. I don't know.
No, that was so long ago, guys. Okay. How do they choose judges? Like, how does that happen?
I have no idea. No idea. Really, we have all these opinions on things we know nothing about, is the bottom line.
Well, yeah, 100%. I'm like watching the slalom and I'm like, man, that was such a fast run. And the announcer's right after, like, and that was her slowest run yet. And I'm like, okay, so I actually know nothing about this event.
Right. And the words that come out, like you texted me, you were like, I love that word slalom.
Slalom. It's so fun.
Right. And I texted you back. I love the word. Wait, what was it? It's the skating.
Salchow.
Yeah. It's some kind of twist. But I'm like, where are these, words coming from?
What are these words?
Okay. So let's talk about what you think is the biggest story to come out of the Olympic Games right now.
I mean, I do think it's the biggest story to come out of the Olympic Games. And that is the Norwegian skier, right? I think he was a skier, who wins bronze in his event. And then he goes on the, he's being interviewed. And, wait, why are you laughing?
Because it's hilarious. Okay.
He's being interviewed after his event and he says, well, should I read it verbatim? Basically, he says, this is great, whatever. I won bronze, but this has been the worst week of my life. And my mind isn't really on sports right now because 6 months ago, I met the most beautiful, wonderful, amazing woman. And then 3 months ago, I cheated on her. And I just told her a week ago. And he says, I had a gold medal in life. And there's... he said, I only have eyes for her. Sports has taken a back seat these past couple of days. And he says, I hope that committing social suicide might show her how much I love her. And apparently this is not the first time this guy has, like, said something crazy after, like, a world event in his, like, sport. So apparently this guy's just, like, insane. And he later came on and, like, apologized to the guy from his own country, also from Norway, who won gold, and was like, "So sorry for taking the attention away from you," like, whatever. Um, and then his ex-girlfriend, sorry.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, ex-girlfriend has come online and been like, "I didn't choose to have my private life aired out to the public like this." And she was like, "It's hard to forgive someone. Just because he did this doesn't mean I'm going to forgive him." And all this
Listen,
stuff. She better. I can't. I literally
listen,
can't.
this situation, it screams of this guy being socially manipulative. And
100%.
he's thinking, if I get up here, I'm going to get the internet behind me, and I'm going to
Yeah.
get all these people behind me. They're going to be like, "Oh, that's so nice of him. He's being so honest. She should take him back." And I just want to say to the good people of the internet, thank you for getting it
For
right this time.
slamming him.
That's right. This guy has gotten
him.
slammed, and he deserves it. What a jerk. They dated for 3 months, and then he cheated on her?
They cheated on her and then told her a week ago. So they were dating for, like, what, 3 more months, and he was lying to her? Like,
Right.
I just...
Right. Absolutely
awful.
not.
Literally
Absolutely
awful.
not. Yeah, and then all these reels are coming out about how this guy apparently, like, shot off a gun in the... Like, he's crazy.
Yeah,
this guy
no,
is
he's insane.
crazy.
Red flag to the girlfriend we stand with, or ex-girlfriend we stand with you. Don't you dare get back together with him, no matter what kind of stunts he pulls.
That's right. Yeah. Hashtag not worth it.
Yeah.
Hashtag
But also, like,
bronze medal. What?
Here's my thing. What a crazy thing to happen to you. Like, main character energy from this ex-girlfriend. Like, imagine this guy cheats on you.
True.
A week later, wins an event at the Olympics, and then, like, professes his love for you on live TV, and it goes viral. Like, she is living in a movie. That's crazy.
Right.
That's insane.
And it's a movie she doesn't want to be in.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
That's the
Yeah,
sad
I
part.
feel awful for her.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a crazy... That's a crazy talk about. I mean, there's nothing else that says reality TV like some guy professing his love, but then also admitting to the world on a world stage that he cheated out on you after only 3 months of dating you. So,
100%.
Sorry, bud. You're getting no sympathy from the Crozier Girls.
Nope, definitely not.
But
on this,
yeah, well, I was just going to say kind of the opposite of this. There's been several engagements.
Yes, and I have opinions on that as well. I am so sorry. If I have just won an Olympic event and I get proposed to, and then the only question I'm getting after I win a freaking medal is, "Oh my goodness, like, talking about the wedding, I'm so excited," and not anything about the major accomplishment I just had, like, I cannot.
Yeah.
Like, that is awful.
You would riot. You would blow stuff up.
I would say, nope, propose to me again after the Olympics. Like, I'm so sorry. My interview, well, I guess then the interview questions would be about that. Why'd you turn him down? But my interview questions will be about my accomplishments, my skills, what I just did for my country, not about my freaking engagement. That's ridiculous. Yeah. So I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I don't disagree at all on that. And I think a lot of it just speaks to the pressure of our culture nowadays to have like these big moments around things like gender reveals, engagements, all of this, right? Like it has to be this big, huge production. And so there's part of me that's like, these poor guys are just trying to make it this big thing. And
well, I don't think in this case, I think it's less of that. I think they just want to be on TV and they want to go viral. Like in my head, that's not the poor guys. That's like, seriously, dude, you just want attention.
Yeah.
That's where my mind's at. I'm like, come on.
No, I agree. I don't disagree at all with that. I mean, this girl, Breezy Johnson, was one of them. And I mean, good grief. She killed it after her skate or ski. Oh, I can't remember. I think she skis. It shows how much we know about the Olympics.
Yeah,
we don't even know what's
we know their names, but we don't even know what they do.
right,
Yeah.
right. This is why, you really should not pay much attention to our Olympic coverage here.
Yeah.
But, they put so much work into their craft and their sport, and then all of the attention is on, oh, you just got engaged. So
Yep.
anyway, okay, that's interesting. Let's see, what else should we talk about?
Well, there's also
wait, time out. I know. Do you remember the pommel horse guy from the Summer Olympics?
yeah, Steven Nedorowski. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Steven
And
Nedorowski.
Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Well, pommel horse guy has a Winter Olympics doppelganger lookalike.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. And it's hilarious because the internet has picked up on it, and they're like doing side by sides, and they're saying, like, has anyone ever seen pommel horse guy and this guy in the same room together? And now pommel horse guy is like giving this other guy advice on, like, when you go viral and all of this. I sent you some
USA curler.
Yeah,
Aiden
he's a curler.
Oldenburg. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So I thought that was hilarious.
Says, yeah, they interacted on social media. Pommel horse guy meet curling rock guy.
So
oh my gosh,
good.
he looks just like him. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
It is crazy. Speaking of curling, did you know that these curling stones that they use all come from this one island off the coast of Scotland?
Yeah, what in the world? Why? That's so weird.
That's all they can use in the Olympics are these stones that come from that one island. I watched a whole video about how they're like collected and then how they're cut and made. It's fascinating. The sport of curling is something else.
So weird. How does one get into curling?
I don't know.
I don't know a single high school or college that offers
Not
that
around
as
here.
a sport. Like, I mean, anywhere. Come on. Are there high school curling teams?
But listen, there has been some controversy in that too. I mean, the reality TV behind the Olympics just continues because the Canadians have been cheating, touching their little curling rock after they release, and they're not supposed to. And
whatever team caught them set up a specific camera because they knew they were going to cheat.
That's right.
Which is iconic.
Oh, listen, amazing. Yeah. So smart. But apparently the Canadian team, even though it's very clear in the video that they're cheating, there was no consequences. So I'm kind of annoyed by that too. I'm like, what's the point of rules if we're not going to have consequences?
Right.
So that was kind of annoying.
That's crazy.
Okay, and then the one last big thing that we need to talk about that is probably my favorite content from all the Olympics.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. The iconic Wynn brothers. If our listeners have not been following with the Wynn brothers, I think it's Ryan. Is that his name?
Yeah, Ryan's the one I follow.
Ryan Wynn.
Winn.
Yeah, Winn. Y'all need to go look them up. Their social media content is amazing. So, Rebecca, why don't you tell us who these Wynn brothers are?
I feel like we're sports commentators right now. Why don't you tell us? So Haley Wynn is on the U.S. women's hockey team, and she has 3 brothers. I think they're all older than her.
They're all older.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And they are just like the biggest supporters of their sister, and they all played hockey, but like their sister's the one that like obviously ended up like going pro, going to the Olympics, and they dress up in like USA costumes, they do dances, they like make all these reels, like just cheering on their sister, and it's the most like wholesome, encouraging thing. I love it.
Every time I watch one, I just crack up because these guys, they don't care. Like, there is no shame. I mean, they're wearing chicken heads through the airport. I guess they're not chicken, bald eagle.
Yeah,
they sort of look like chickens, but I think it's supposed to be the bald eagle, right? Yeah. They're wearing like cut off blue jean shorts. I mean, they are hamming up the country bumpkin American persona so good, and it is hilarious. So that's my favorite content. If you need me, I'll just be over here watching reels from the Wynn brothers.
Yep.
So good. Yep. Do you have anything else from the Olympics?
I don't think so. I feel like we basically covered it.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
There's this guy, I don't know if I sent you any of his reels, but there's this guy and he has 2 cats, and so apparently during the summer he did the Cat Olympics, and
Oh, that's
so
funny.
now he's doing the Winter Cat Olympics, and he basically just sets up, like, random little, like, obstacle courses, like, for his cats, and he just, like, times them to see how fast they can, like, run through them or what.
Oh
It's
my
so funny.
goodness.
And, like, he, like, set something up on a table, and he timed to see how long it would take them to knock it off the table. Like, it's, like, the silliest stuff, but it's so funny.
That's so funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love cat. Of course, the cat videos are the best. Okay, so that's our Olympic coverage. I hope everyone is inspired and intrigued to take a position on some of these crazy characters and to go look at the Wynn brothers because we're their biggest fans. Okay,
Yep.
I want to talk a little bit about Senior Assassin that is
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah. Is there any updates?
There's no
What's going
updates. There
on?
haven't been any kills today. Of course, Micah got his person out on Monday, so now he has a new person. But for our listeners, the seniors in Micah's class, or at least 33 of the seniors, so most of them are playing the Senior Assassin game where they're randomly, there's an app and they all put money in. They all put in $10, and so whoever wins gets 300 whatever, dollars in payout. And so basically the goal is it randomly selects for you a target every 8 days, and you have to try to get your target out with a water gun. And you can protect yourself by wearing a floaty or goggles, and it has to be visible. And so if you're out and about in your area and you see teenagers wearing goggles, they're probably playing Senior Assassin. So it's been funny. We've had kids hiding in trunks of cars and popping out, shooting people with a water gun. We've had kids showing up at the mall because they have their location. Whoever your target is, you have their location.
Which is so crazy.
It's
How did
crazy.
was the guy that Micah got out earlier this week, was that his first kill? Because I feel like it was.
Micah's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other person he had before was somebody that was, like, really hard for him because anyway, it was really hard for him, so and Micah had a pretty epic thing happen the very first week of this. One of his friends had Micah. Micah was his target. And this friend is on the basketball team with Micah. So they're at basketball practice and Micah put his goggles. They're not allowed to get each other during like school events or practice. But as soon as the team meeting is over or as soon as practice is over and coach is like, y'all are dismissed, it's on. And so Micah had put his goggles in his bag and the boys had watched him do it. And so as soon as practice is over, this friend of his goes to the locker room to get his water gun, and another friend stole Micah's goggles out of his bag. So the friend comes out thinking, I've got him. This is great. And he shoots Micah with a water gun, and then he looks up, and Micah, I mean, serious aura, has goggles around his neck. And they were like,
Yeah, serious aura.
what? Where did you get those goggles? You had an extra pair? And Micah was like, of course I had an extra pair. I knew y'all were going to take my goggles.
Yeah,
So he had
duh.
kept an extra pair with his shooting shirt that he took off and left on the bench. And now I, to every basketball game, have a pair of goggles in my purse in case they take his other 2 pair. As soon as the game's over, I could toss him the goggles if he needs them. So,
Smart.
yeah, he's really into this. So,
Yeah. I mean,
anyway,
Micah's smart.
he
One
is.
step ahead.
He is.
So,
He's always thinking one step ahead. So,
yeah.
anyway, it'll be a big shock if he gets out and he will be really mad at himself.
Yeah, he'll be
So,
really mad.
yeah. I
It'll
mean, for
be like
Micah,
the 2024 Rook tournament
yes.
kind of mad.
Yeah, Micah
Yeah.
doesn't generally get mad or angry, but he'll be pretty mad. He might say, "Oh, that's terrible." Like that's about as mad as Micah gets, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, anyway,
Oh, man.
all
Yep.
right. Well, anything else happening?
Well, I am currently doing a step challenge for work. Um, so I'm on a team with 4 other ladies, like on my communications team. And
Okay. Do you have
And
like a
there's
step
like
counter?
monetary prizes. Well, so I don't, so I just have to use my phone, like use the health app on my phone, which is what's difficult because that means anytime I get up to walk anywhere, I have to make sure my phone is on me, which obviously, like, I don't always
Oh,
do. Like, I often leave my phone in
right.
another room or like I don't always have my phone in my pocket. So I've had to have it on me 24/7. And there's been a few times where I'm like walking around doing something and I'm like, oh, I don't have my phone on me. I'm losing steps. So,
I think Dad has
anyways,
an old Fitbit. I
well,
see
he
it.
said that he did, but he doesn't have a charger for it. So that wouldn't be helpful at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
Hmm.
you're right. That wouldn't be.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, how many
But,
steps do you get every day?
well, okay. I wanted to say it's so funny because on my health app, like looking back at, which this isn't super accurate because again, before this, I didn't track my steps on my phone, so I didn't always have my phone on me. But even
Right.
still, I guess accurate enough in, like the average of it.
Okay.
But for the times that I was in Europe are like, can you see that?
Yeah.
That's Europe. And then immediately I got home and
And it
immediately it
dropped.
goes down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Well,
Which
I
I
mean,
mean
not
makes sense.
really. It makes sense. Yeah.
No, it like makes me mad. I know it's not crazy, but it's
Ah,
like, I'm like, dang it. Like I walked so much and then I
right.
come here and there's, like,
Yeah.
you don't
You
have to
drive.
walk to go get your groceries.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I've been, going on walks every day. Like yesterday morning, I went on a walk before work. Today, I went on a walk like during huddle meetings, so like around lunchtime. So yesterday, I got almost 9,000 steps, which
Okay.
is a lot for someone whose job is stationary. So like, I
Right.
know that's not even that much, but like,
Right.
I was okay.
Does
That
it
was good.
work if you like raise your desk up and just march in
Yeah, that's
place?
what I've been doing. Yep,
Okay.
I've been doing that. But it's hard to write and
Right. Yeah.
while you're walking.
Yeah.
So I'll like walk in place for a minute and then be like, oh, I need to write this thing, and then I
Right.
am just still. So
Yeah.
I've been doing that, but it's just I can't walk
And
all
I
the
wonder
time.
if a
So
walking pad might be something. I know my friend Andrea had one, and she didn't like it at all because she was used to a treadmill. But it might work for you just to put under your desk or something.
yeah,
So that
I
might be
would
something to look
I would
into.
love one. I just don't have the money for it right now. So if anyone would
Yeah.
want to sponsor a walking pad for me,
I wonder
I'm
if
here for
Andrea
it.
is still
But
using hers. I'll ask her. I'll ask her
okay,
if she's still
okay.
using it or
If anyone has a free
you know.
walking pad, let me know. I would definitely take it.
I
But
wonder if
yeah,
how you would like it though. Like she gets on to like really like go after it, you know?
yeah.
She's so
Well,
she needed the treadmill.
since I'm already walking in place at my desk, which is already not great for you. Like your feet aren't supposed to go like that, you know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
So
Up
it's
and
like my feet were like the top of my feet were hurting yesterday because I think I was just walking weird. So
oh,
a walking pad would probably be better, but
right. True. True.
yeah, I don't know if
Okay.
that makes sense, but I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, but
Okay.
our
Interesting.
team name is Cirque de Sore Legs instead of Cirque
Oh,
du
that's
Soleil.
cute.
Yeah, it's
That is
really cute.
really cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Good job to whoever came up with that. Cirque du
AI.
sore legs. AI? Oh my goodness. What'd you put in? Like good team name for a step challenge?
Well, I started it because we started a group chat, and then so and so was like, "Okay, team name ideas." So I put into ChatGPT good step challenge team names for like Tom's team. I was thinking we could do some play on words with that. So I sent them some
Oh, okay.
suggestions, and then someone else must have just put in like step challenge team names, and they came up with that one. So
Okay. That's
um,
cute.
yeah, and
I
then
like it.
our team picture is also an AI picture with our faces dressed up in circus gear. So
Oh,
it's kind of
that's
funny.
cute. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yep.
that a lot. Okay.
So, yeah.
Good deal. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got the Final Four tomorrow night for
Mhm.
LCA varsity boys basketball team. And so that'll be in Macon. We'll be driving down there tomorrow. And then assuming they win, because come on, guys, you got to win. Then we go back on Saturday for the state championship game. And this is going for the repeat for this team. So really hoping
So
that they can pull it
exciting.
out.
Hoping there's no
So
repeats of the game last week because that was crazy.
it was crazy. It was definitely bad officiating, but also a couple boys on our team did not have the best sportsmanship, and I don't like it when that happens. So, but our athletic director did have a little talk with the team yesterday and kind of set them straight as to how everything's going to go. And apparently, our league that we play in have a rule that if you have gotten a technical at any time during the season and you get a technical during this next game, the Final Four game, you can't play in the state championship game.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
So, yes. So
And
our
that's
athletic,
just the Final Four game. Like
I think it's
the
just the Final
the
Four,
Elite Eight didn't do that.
or
Okay.
they didn't do that in the Elite Eight because that was our last game. I mean, the semifinal. But I mean, if you were to get a technical in the state championship game, also you would have to come out for the rest of the game. So basically, no technicals, guys. That's the thing. And we
Oh
have
my
quite a few
gosh.
players that have gotten technicals.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So some of them deserve and some of them not deserved.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is they've got them. So if anyone who's had one, now Micah hasn't. So we're like, Micah, you can get a technical. Just kidding.
Yeah. So he could get a technical for the first time tomorrow and still play Saturday. It's
That's
just
right.
if you've gotten
If
before.
you've
Okay, got
already
it.
had one at any game during the season, I think not just I don't think it's just like our region games or our,
Okay.
our league, but I'm not positive about that part. But
Well, that's
anyway,
so hard because sometimes you don't even mean to, like,
no, I
it's,
know.
like
I
that's
know.
so difficult. Oh my
Right.
gosh.
Right. Yeah. Like one of our players on our team, he never gets technicals, and he's had a technical this season because after he made a shot, he did like, yes, or something like that. And they gave him a technical for celebrating.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's like, this kid
Yeah,
is like the
that's
most
not-
laid back, never gets worked up anyway. So that's kind
Yeah.
of frustrating. But it just means our guys are going to have to mind their P's and Q's and make sure. I know. So anyway, that's tomorrow. That'll be fun. And, do you remember how I told you that I'm the parent liaison?
Mm-hmm.
And remember how I was like, whoa, this is a lot of work? Well, it hasn't been that bad, but today I got a message at noon today from their coach. Hey, Mrs. Crozier, do you think there's any chance we could pull together a team meal before we leave for Macon tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Oh my gosh, this man.
I know, bless his heart. Well, listen, he's got a lot on his plate. So I was like, you know what? Yes, we can pull together a team meal. And you know what? We did.
Meal.
We have. We've got a team of ladies, team of mamas that are like, tell me what to bring. So we're going to have a nice taco bar. And so we've pulled it together. Some of the grandmas have made cookies. And so it's just really sweet. So
like,
we've got
are
it
y'all
going.
leaving at like noon? So I guess it's like early lunch or something?
The bus is leaving at 1:15, and so we're going to do like 11:30 is when we're going to have it ready for them. So anyway.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll be fun. So we've got that. I'm about to go down and make 6 pounds of taco meat. So, yeah.
Okay. So fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else? I feel like I've talked a lot, which I don't like.
I think we both talked a lot. That's the point.
I enjoyed the Galentine's party you had.
Yeah. I had a Galentine's party on Saturday, and
that was fun.
I'm glad you came. Several of the girls were like, "Oh, I'm glad your mom was here."
It was fun.
And then we were all trying to take a picture at one point, and someone was like, "Oh, we should have gotten your mom to take it before she left," but I didn't even think about it. So, yeah. But it was so fun. I'm glad you were able to come. Everyone came through with the food. Like it was.
Yeah, it was a nice spread. It was a nice spread for sure. So anyway, and then your sourdough making is going good.
Yep. I'm making it at least once a week. So gave some to my neighbors. So
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Well, good job.
Thanks to Andrea Jenkins for all of your support and your advice.
Yeah. And Rachel. You got some tips from Rachel.
Yes, I did get some tips from Rachel. That's true.
So anyway. Well, all right. I know that you have got to get to church to help with the International Learning Center. So we will just wrap up with our gratitude moment.
Oh, yeah. We've only done that once because we've only had one podcast.
Right. We've only done it once. But I'll go first because I am ready. I just want to say I am grateful for mentors that I've had in my life, godly mentors. And as you know, a few weeks ago, I lost my sweet mentor, Carol. And can I just tell you, I got in the mail today from her daughter the sweetest gift. So I'm just going to show you. It literally
Okay.
just arrived. Look at this beautiful box that she
Oh,
sent to me.
wow.
First of all, she sent me this beautiful coffee mug that was
Aw.
Carol's. And I remember drinking out of these when I would go and have coffee and just visit with Carol at her
Aw.
house. And it was so special. When I saw this, I started weeping
Oh,
because I just remember, sitting there having coffee with her in her house. Okay.
that's
The
sweet.
next thing she sent me is this beautiful tea towel with an S on it because her last name was Swift. And it is so beautiful. And it still smells like her house. And
Oh, you
it's
can
just,
never wash it
I
or
will
use
never
it.
wash it. I'll
Yeah.
never use it. It's such a treasure for me. It's
Aw.
so beautiful. She was such she wasn't from the South, but she kind of was just a Southern lady from the standpoint of like, she always had beautiful monogrammed things, and
Mm.
just her hospitality was so inspiring. So anyway, that was in there. One of her absolute, well, not one, her absolute favorite devotional was Oswald Chambers'
Oh,
My
that's a
Utmost
good
for His
one.
Highest. So her daughter
Yeah.
sent me this, which was in her house. And I have several copies of this that Carol herself gave me too. So I love that. And then she just gave me these scripture cards too that I think she just threw in, and the sweetest cards. So I've been so appreciative for Carol through my whole life. I would not have been the mother or the wife that I am or the friend if it had not been for Carol's influence. And I'm just so appreciative of her daughter for thinking of me and sending me these keepsakes. So anyway,
So that's the sweetest thing
I
ever.
know.
That's so sweet that, like, her daughter
So
knew,
thoughtful.
like, yeah, like, thought of you and, like, just knew the impact that
Yeah.
Carol had on your life and just knew how much her own mom, like, meant to you. So
Yeah.
that's really sweet.
It was so thoughtful. And I sent her daughter a message and just said, "You are more like your mother than you think you are," because this is something Carol would have done. Everything was beautifully wrapped, and just you could tell that thoughtfulness and love had gone into it. And that is absolutely something that Carol would have done. So I just texted her daughter and, of course, told her how overwhelmed I was by the gift, but just that she's more like her mom than she thinks she is. So anyway,
That's
so
so
that's my
sweet.
gratitude moment for the
Aw,
day. So
that's really
anyway,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess mine is a similar vein. I was gonna be well, first of all, I'm very thankful for all my friends who, like, came to my Galentine's this weekend. I know, like, friends is one of those that we're like, we're not gonna use that as a gratitude moment because, like, eh.
Yeah, but
But,
that's a specific one.
yes, I'm thankful for the friends who, took their Valentine's Day and came and, some of them came from far-ish away. One of them came from
Yeah.
Birmingham, so yeah, I'm really grateful for that. And then like along that similar vein, I got a text yesterday from a sweet friend who she's still at Sanford, but she was part of the church small group that I was in my senior year of college. That was just like a really, really sweet group of girls, a lot of them younger than me. And I just remember I'd been a little bit I had to find a new church small group my senior year, and I was like, man, I'm a senior. Like most, you know, I don't know, my other group had dissolved and I was like, I'm a senior. Most of these girls are younger than me, but I stuck with that group and it was just like the biggest blessing. And so I got a text from one of the girls yesterday and she said that their small group, which it's the same small group, just now like probably half the girls don't even like know who I am, but that they are once a month they're taking a night and they're praying for specific alum from the small group, and that
Oh,
tonight they're praying for me. And so she asked if I had any specific prayer requests, and that just I immediately just like
oh
started
my
bawling.
goodness. I
And
love that.
I know, and I was like, "This is just the sweetest thing ever." There are maybe, like, 6 girls still in that group who, like, know who I am,
Mm,
but that they're praying for, like, the alum of the group who, we were once just really united, but, like, even though now, like, I'm not part of the group anymore, we're still part of the body of Christ, they're still
I
praying
love
for those of
that.
us who have graduated and moved on, so, it was just the sweetest text in the world to get, so I'm just really grateful for them and that they're praying for me
I
tonight,
love
so
that. That
I
is so
know.
great. And that just makes me grateful for your years at Brick Hills and the faith family that welcomed you and loved you there. And
Yeah.
anyway, there's still fruit happening from it. And I just love that.
Yeah.
So good,
And
good gratitude moment. Okay.
yeah.
Well, all right, everyone. I think that's all we've got. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Bye.